Today, we're going to talk about something really powerful. A super simple 10-minute daily habit that can totally change your English fluency. I know, just 10 minutes? It sounds way too good to be true, but trust me, this method is an absolute game changer.
So, does this sound like you? You can read English, you can listen to it, you get what people are saying, but then when it's your turn to talk, your mind just goes blank. The words get stuck. It's so frustrating, right? Well, today, we're going to fix that. And this is our secret weapon. We're not talking about locking yourself away for hours to study. We're talking about this number right here, 10. Just 10 minutes a day is all you need to start building that real, confident speaking skill you've been wanting. Now look, this isn't just some random number I pulled out of thin air. The 10-minute routine is a tried and true method that tons of language learners use to finally cross that bridge, to go from just understanding English to actually speaking it with confidence. But why? Why is such a short practice so incredibly effective? Well, it all comes down to how your brain is actually wired to learn a language. It's pretty fascinating. What's so cool about this is how it totally flips the script on how we think about studying. See, your brain doesn't build fluency by cramming for hours once a week. No way. It learns best with these little daily touches of the language. This keeps your brain in English mode, It helps it fire off those connections faster and just makes it all feel more natural. And just think about how this adds up. 10 minutes a day might not feel like much, but over a month, that becomes 300 minutes. That's five full hours of focused, consistent practice. That's where the magic really happens. So this is a really crucial point. We have to change what we think our goal is. Fluency isn't about knowing a giant list of vocabulary. It's about doing. It's a physical skill. The whole point is to make speaking automatic, to finally stop translating everything in your head and just think and speak in English. All right, enough of the why. Let's get to the how. Here is the exact step-by-step routine you can start using literally today. You don't need a fancy course or a teacher. All you need is those 10 minutes. We're going to start with listening. For the first 2 minutes, your only job is to tune in your ear. You're not trying to catch every single word. You're just getting a feel for the natural sound and rhythm of spoken English. So find a short podcast or a video clip where you get about 80% of what's being said. The key here is to listen for the music of the language, the rhythm, the tone, the ups and downs. Don't get bogged down trying to understand every little detail. And here's a pro tip that makes a massive difference. Stick with the same piece of audio for a whole week. I know it might feel boring, but this repetition is what drills those patterns and phrases deep into your brain, making them totally automatic. Okay, next up, step 2. We speak out loud. For the next 2 minutes, it is time to make some noise. Seriously, you have to think of speaking as a physical skill, like playing the guitar. Your mouth literally needs the exercise to make the sounds feel easy and smooth. And please remember this. Just grab a few phrases from the audio you just heard and say them out loud. Try to copy the way they said it. It's going to feel a little weird at first, but don't you worry about making mistakes. The goal is repetition, not perfection. You're building muscle memory for your mouth. Okay, step 3. For 2 minutes, you're going to make it personal. This is how you take something you just heard and actually make it yours. So if you heard a sentence like, I usually wake up early, change it to fit your life. Maybe I usually wake up at 7, or I don't usually wake up early on weekends. This helps you connect the language to your own world, which makes it stick. Now for step 4, 2 minutes of free speaking. The topic really doesn't matter. You can describe what you see in your room, talk about what you're going to do today, anything. The only rule is to keep talking for 2 minutes straight without stopping. This is what builds your speaking stamina and helps the words just flow. And finally, the last 2 minutes are for reflection. And hey, don't skip this part. Just take a quiet moment to think back. What felt easy to say? Which words were kind of tricky? This little mental recap helps your brain process and organize everything you just practiced.